Okay, hello, my friend. Hopefully that you are doing great. So let's see what's the lesson today. So today I want to share you one thing that's related to, how to get some UI test result on the page. After that, you can store as a variable and then you can verify the value. So let me try to tell you a very simple scenario first. Okay. So in the previous lessons, what we do that we try to input the username password here, the same, the same example here, but different context. So for example, you input the invalid credential, invalid username and password. After that, you hit the login button, and then you can see that we can see some message here along with the red color here. So what I want to do that I want to get the UI value, and in this case, what I want to get that I want to get the background color of that flash message. Okay, and then after that I will store as a variable to do what? After that I want to excuse me. After that, I want to verify the value, where, whether the background color matches with the design or something like that. So this is a very simple scenario. But for example, in another example use case you may have in your system. So for example, I have a booking management system, and after the user go to and book an appointment. So after that, user get a queue ID, and basically that queue ID will be something dynamic, right? So you book an appointment, and then you get a queue ID. So for something dynamic like that, and then you want something, for example, you want to go other step, like you want to get the QID, and then you can try to put in another scenario after that. So that means you will likely store that QID as a variable, and then you can get it used for all the next step, right? So this is the case where I think you will often face in your real application. So today I will try to share you how to do it. Okay, store something as a variable, and then we can use it later in our test script. So go back to our test script here, the login with incorrect credential. Open that one, and then what we have, we input the wrong username password here. We click on the login button. Okay, so let's try to do it manually first. So I just want to make sure that what is the value for this background color. Okay, so this is the background color. Okay, here is the one. So let's say I want to get the CSS value first. Okay, and then after that I want to print out what is the value. So this is the click action. After that I want to add one more step. That's I want to get the CSS. No, not this one, CSS. Get CSS value. I select this option, and then I will select the objects. In this case, it should be on the login page, and the wrong credential flash here that we already had before. And then we don't have any input in this case, any output in this case, right? What I want to do that I want to just want to guess the CSS value, and I think we need to provide the paratype. This is value type, and this is the value. So in this case, it should be the background color. Let me try to copy this one first. Then I put this here. So that means I want to get the CSS value as a value type string, and the value is background color. Okay, I hit the OK button. Now I will try to select this test script and run it to see whether I can get the CSS value. Now the browser is stuck. And then here we go. So if we visit the step get CSS value here, so you can see this is the value here, but it's the RGBA value. So I want to convert it a little to see what's the value. I just put in the Google, and this is the site that I often check it. So now what I want to do, I put it here, just submit to see. So you can see here the background color in the hash value is this one, and the opacity is one. So actually we don't need to pay attention on this one. We just need to see whether it's exactly this one or not. So let me try to copy here, and then I find, and then you can see it's matched here. So basically, the Selenium test script will return for us the RGBA value, and that means we don't need to convert to the hash value, but we need to verify again. So you can use this base to verify, or you just simple base the value on the Google, and then you can see similar page, and then you can just pick one of them and try to convert. Okay, so in this case, we need to keep this value, and then we can try to verify in next step, right? So what I want to do, I will try to switch to the script mode, this one. So basically, you will try to use the menu or mode, but I want to switch to the script mode. You don't need to remember this step, okay? I just want to demonstrate for you the script mode a little and how can I get it out. But after that, what I want to do that I will show you how to do in the menu mode, okay? So here in the script mode, let me try to see. This is the background color, so I would like to assign it as something like CSS, something like from credential message CSS equal this one. So that's what that means. I want to assign that value, that's the test script just get from the page, and then I will assign for a value with the name from credential message CSS. Okay, and now the next step that I want to do, that I will try to use the web UI, and then I will call the method verify equal. I remember we have something like verify equal here. So you see here, this is verify equal. So the actual object in this case is this one, right? This is the value, and it seems there is a typo. Let me try to remove this one, copy and paste here again. And the expected result, actually, this is the expected result. Let me try to copy and put it here. So basically, I get it here, and then I will verify equal the from credential message CSS should be matched with this one, right? Let me try to hit Control S to save the test script. Now, pay attention. If I switch back to the menu or mode here, you can see we have one more step here, automatically. You see here, verify equal. So we have here the output is from credential message CSS. So what's that mean? That means you get the CSS value from the object from credential class. And then what you want to get, that is the value background color, and you will assign it as a variable name from credential message CSS. So the thing here, if you get something from the page, and then you assign something to the output here. So the output field here, that means we have the variable name. Okay, so this is the variable name. So in the step number 8 here, you can see we are using the verify equal methods, and what we use, we will compare the from credential CSS, this variable, with the value here, RGBH 198, 50, and 15 and 1 here. So let's try to double click, and then you can see here fully. So this is the variable, and this is the string that you want to do. Okay, so this is the actual object, type is object, the value type is variable, and the value is from credential message CSS here. So that means if you try to double click here, you can see the value type you can change, and then the value type here you can change, and the value that you want to verify, you can change this here. So if you use the manual mode, what you want to do that you need to put the output as variable, and then you can add one more step here, add here, for example, verify equal here, okay, and then you double click here. You can see actual object, expected object value type in the first one should be variable. So you can see the drop down here. This is the variable, and you put the variable name here. In this case, that is wrong. There's no succession. For example, let me try to copy. Let me try to copy the up. Where is it? Here, this one. Let me try to copy the output name here, and then I can put here variable. Sometimes it's just a little convenience to use this dialog, okay? And this one you can put, okay, this is string. Where's the string one? Let me try to type here. This is, for example, you can put something like ABC, something like that, okay? But it's not the one that we are using. What I have just showed you that I want to show a demonstration how to push manually in the manual mode, okay? So let me try to delete this. This one is wrong, okay? Delete it. Now I save it, and now I run again to see whether the test script runs okay or not. And now the browser is now launching. You can see we put something wrong credential again, and then everything is now okay. For example, that means the background color on the plus message is matched with this expected value. But let me try to adjust a little to make it fail. For example, I will put the opacity to 0 here, and I hit the OK button, and then I run again. So probably this time it will be failed. Now let's go to the login form, input the credential again, and the test is now failed. You can see, okay, so you can see it's failed at the step verify equal here, and we actually don't need to read the log here because we already knew what's the failure. Okay, so just put it back to number 1. Okay, so let me try to summarize a little. So if you want to get something on the page, something that's dynamic, in this case it's not dynamic, but in case as I explained in the slide here, something dynamic and you want to get that value for all the next step, what you want to do that you can use something like get CSS in this case, but you can use the method get text in your case, and then you can put this the output should be something like the variable name. Okay, this is the variable name, and then you can use verify equal here. You can verify based on the variable name and the value that you want to verify. Okay, so at the end of this session lesson, that you know how to guess something starts variable and then verify the value. So try to explore yourself. Bye for now, and see you in the next tutorial. I mean the next lesson. Okay.